I feel like a lot of times I feel like we sort of discredit ourselves for how far we've came in life and how far things and how far we've got through things and how we've got through everything. But I feel like, you know, I'm I think the biggest thing that everybody struggles with is forgiving themselves and realizing that they don't have to be perfect. I feel like we sort of create this perfect world and think that we have to be OD perfect and be like, oh, I got to get this 100% correct, 100% this and that, and so on and so forth, which is understandable. And you have to set yourself to these high standards, but don't overpress yourself. And one thing I realized about myself is that I'm not perfect, but I'm progressing. Every time I worry, I overthink, or I do something wrong, I do something that I'm not supposed to do, feel some kind of way about something, I sort of I I feel like a failure sometimes, and I think like, wait, hold on. I sort of look at back. I look at back. I look back at myself from last year and be like, I've changed so much. Yes, sometimes I'm not happy with some of the things that I do and the qualities that I have and stuff like that. But the progress I have made in the last year is incredible. To become the person that I've become in the last year, I you know I sort of don't take that for I sort of don't look at that, and I feel like a lot of us need to look at that too. Look at how far you came in life. Everything that you said that you wouldn't get through, you did. And I have to tell myself that too, that everything that I thought that I wouldn't get through, I did, because I was put in that situation because I knew that I could get through it. I feel like we always doubt ourselves, but we need to start supporting ourselves even more. That's one thing I have to tell myself too. I have to tell myself that I've been through enough. I've been through all these things, and I'm still here. I'm still 10 toes. I'm still on my 10 toes. I'm still standing tall after all I've been through, and you're still standing tall after all you've been through. I feel like a lot of times I feel like we just don't remember what we had to do to get to where we are, or even just we acknowledge like I the other day I was thinking about like just life and stuff like that, and sometimes it's okay to not feel happy about where you're at in life. And I feel like that, I feel like a lot of us, some days we have those days we're like, damn, like I don't really like what I'm doing with myself right now, but I look back at myself last year and be like, bro, I am doing 10 times better. And that's fine. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to not be okay. But I realized that, you know what? I need to give myself credit. I need to be there for myself. I need to stop being harsh on myself. Because I get really harsh on myself. I have this standard to try and be perfect and stuff like that. But I feel like I don't even have to be perfect. I just have to keep on trying. I feel like when we seek perfection, I feel like we sort of just lose everything. I feel like the whole point is just to keep trying, you know. And you keep trying, and you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it perfectly. Everything is a process, and I feel like you're not gonna get perfect on the first try. And it depends on what kind of person you are. Some people do get it perfect. Some people do things perfectly on the first try, and that's normal. That's okay. But I feel like at the end of the day, be there for yourself. Show up for yourself. And that's one thing I have to constantly remind myself to. I have to remind myself that I have to show up for myself, because nobody will show up for myself like I show up for myself. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. And overall, love yourself to the fullest, and realize that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect, but continue to try, continue to do better, continue to just be you. And yeah, peace.